Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. So today we have a battle against Etern4l-Wisp. And so yeah, looking at their team on the side there, looks to be pretty strong, pretty interesting looking team. Looking at my team, it is the same one that I used in the last match. That is the Sinestcha team, essentially. And so yeah, what do I want to lead with in this one? Good question. I think we're going to go with the cleaver in this one. We're going to give that a shot. And we'll see how that works out. All right. So, there he is. And he is going to go ahead and lead with the Glamora as we led with the cleaver. So, kind of as expected here. Right out of the gate, I think what we want to do is, I think we're just going to go ahead and try to hit the Stone Axe right away. Get those hazards up, so we're just going to do that. He does outspeed us, go for the Stealth Rock, which is kind of as expected, so he gets the hazard up on us. Hopefully we can land the Stone Axe, get the hazard up on him. We go for it. We do connect, which is nice. Does a lot of damage to that thing. It is going to trigger the Toxic Debris, of course, to set the Toxic Spikes on our side of the field, which is not the end of the world. We can get rid of those, and we do get the Stealth Rock up on his side of the field. So, I'm not 100% sure what I want to do here. I kind of want to just take this thing out. As much as I would like to keep the Focus Sash intact, it's not going to matter because we actually don't have a way to remove the Stealth Rock. So knowing that, I think we'll just close combat this turn. I think that's probably the best course of action, so that's what we're going to do. He does go for an Earth Power. Does take us down by about 50%, but we do go for the close combat in return. And that will certainly be enough to finish the Glamora off. We are going to cut our defenses and as well get a second Toxic Debris trigger to put a second layer of Toxic Spikes up. So that is not great. There are a lot of hazards on our side of the field right now. We can get rid of some of them, which is good. And we probably want to do that as soon as possible. So we'll see what he wants to come in with in response to that. He is down to 5 at this point. So, what is it going to be to face the cleaver? That is the question. Okay. It is going to be the Metacham. So that thing's in. It takes some Stealth Rock damage. And I think in this situation, we're just going to go for a U-turn. I think this thing probably outspeeds us and takes us out, but we're just going to click U-turn anyway here, as Cleaver has kind of done pretty much all it can right now. And we'll see what he wants to do here. So he does outspeed us, go close combat, and certainly that will be enough to finish us off. So he is going to take the defense drops, but that does take care of our cleaver, knocking us down to 5 Pokemon. So I think what we want to do now definitely is we want to come in with Alolan Muck because we want to get those Toxic Spikes off the board as fast as possible. So we come in with the Alolan Muck, we take the Stealth Rock damage, and we do absorb the Toxic Spikes, so that is good. And so now I think what we want to do is, we have a couple of options, but I think probably the one we're going to want to go for is the knockoff. I just think that's the best case scenario, so we're just going to do that. See what he wants to do here, and he is lowered defenses, so we could very well take him out if he decides to stay in here. But he does actually go for the switch, and what is he going to want to come in with here? It is going to be the Inteleon, so that's fine. That thing comes in, it takes some Stealth Rock damage, and we do get a big knockoff on this thing. Does actually cleanly take that thing out, and it was actually the Hisuian Zoroark, so that is a great turn of events for us. So the Hisuian Zoroark just gets one shot there outright, which is great. Yeah, the Focus Sash was broken anyway thanks to the rocks, which is great. So that's going to take him down to 4 Pokemon as we do get some more HP back with the leftovers. So Another Hisuian Zoro arc could have caused us problems, but once again thwarted by Alolan Muck, which is pretty awesome. So now he's going to go ahead and come in with the real Inteleon, and that is going to take some Stealth Rock damage. And so, yeah, I don't think there's any reason for us to switch out right now. We could go knock off. I feel like, again, that's probably just best case scenario, so we're just going to knock off again. I don't think there's any reason not to, so that's what we're going to do, and we'll see what he wants to do here. Should do massive damage, if not take this thing out. Alolan Muck is a real beast in competitive, absolutely. Love using it, so yeah, we'll see what he wants to do here. Alright, so he's going to go straight for the snipe shot. Does actually do massive damage, almost takes us out with a critical hit, but Muck hangs on with 6 HP, which is amazing, and we get the knockout with another knockoff, taking him down to 3. Pokemon even had a Wise Glasses, so Sniper, Wise Glasses, critical hit, all those boosts on that Inteleon, and Muck still hangs on. Absolutely amazing. This is really turning into the Muck show here, which is pretty awesome. So now he's going to go ahead and come in with the Salamence. So that thing is going to take some Stealth Rock damage. It does get the Intimidate to lower our attack, which is actually pretty good, because that means it is not Moxie, so it can't really capitalize from knocking us off. And so, pun intended. And so I think Muck's time has come here. We're just going to click Shadow Sneak for some added chip damage. See what he wants to do here. Hopefully he doesn't take this opportunity to try and set up. He could, but he doesn't know we have the Shadow Sneak, so yeah, we'll see how this plays out here. So we do get the Shadow Sneak off for a little bit of chip damage on this thing, not too much. We do get the Poison Touch as well to poison this Salamence, so Muck is just absolutely putting in the work in this one, but unfortunately we are going to get finished off by that Flamethrower there, and that will knock us down to, I believe that's 4 Pokemon, as the Salamence is going to take some poison damage, but Muck absolutely put the work in that one. Definitely couldn't ask for anything more out of it. So it also appears that this is a special Salamence, which is interesting, or perhaps mixed. So either way, I think what we're going to want to do here is come in with our Empoleon. So there it is, and we are going to take some Stealth Rock damage. And so I think we definitely just go for an Ice Beam here. He could switch, obviously, but I think we just want to make the obvious play. We don't need to make any risky predictions right now, so we'll just go for the Ice Beam straight away. He could also Terra. He hasn't done that yet, but again, I don't see any need to take any big risk at this stage in the game, so we'll just go ahead and see what he wants to do. So he is actually going to go ahead and bust out the Terra. So what type is he going to be on the Salamence? It is going to be Terra Fire. Okay, so that's not great. That is going to be pretty bad, actually, for us for this turn. So he goes Terra Fire, he goes for a Flamethrower. It is Terra boosted as well. How much damage is it doing to us? It does not quite half, which is pretty good. We go for the Ice Beam in return, which doesn't do much of any damage, a little bit of chip, which is fine, and then we are going to get some HP back with the leftovers. So he's going to take some poison damage as well, and I think based on what I've seen here, I think we should be able to take another Flamethrower, but actually I think he might actually be within Vacuum Wave range, so we're actually going to try that. I think we don't really have anything to lose from trying it, so we're going to attempt to take this thing out with a Vacuum Wave. He may survive, but we do get the Vacuum Wave. It is not quite enough to take him out, unfortunately, as he goes for a Draco Meteor. Does do some more chip damage, knocking our Empoleon down to about a third HP, but we do survive. He is actually going to get Eject Packed out, which is pretty interesting there. So so that actually tripped his Eject Pack. So interesting turn of events there. We'll see what he wants to swap in against the Empoleon. The good news is the next thing that Salamence comes in, it will go down to the Stealth Rock damage. But yeah, he's going to switch in now with the Medicham. So that thing is in, takes some more Stealth Rock damage, and we are going to get some HP back with the leftovers. So at this point, I would say probably best case scenario here is he's only got he's got 3 Pokemon left, but one of them is going to be DOA when it the Stealth Rock. So I think we just leave Empoleon in here and click Surf. That's what we're going to do. But he does just make the obvious play, goes for the close combat. That will definitely take care of the Empoleon from that range. Does cut his defenses, but Empoleon goes down there, and that is going to knock us down to 3 Pokemon. But that is okay. So I'm kind of getting the feeling from this Medicham that it might be choice item. So what I kind of want to do here is I kind of want to come in with my Sinestcha, because if he's choice into close combat, this could be a big opportunity for us. So I'm going to do that, going to come in with the Sinestcha, and going to go ahead and take some Stealth Rock damage. And so that will force him to switch if he is choice. So I think we're going to attempt to try to make something happen with Sinestcha here. We're going to go for a Calm Mind to try and get that boost as he does switch out. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that Medicham is choice in some way. So he's actually going to go ahead and switch directly into the Salamence. So he's actually going to sack the Salamence off for a clean switch. So the Stealth Rock does take care of the Salamence and knock him down to 2 Pokemon, which is a smart play on his part, but we actually made a little bit smarter of a play going for the Calm Mind, so that is going to give us that +1 special attack and special defense. So good play for good play there, if I do say so myself, as rare, I know, for me, but we are going to get some HP back with the leftovers, which is nice. So yeah, that worked out as good as it could have for us. So now the question is, what does he come in with against us? And he does have one thing that kind of stands in our way for Sinestcha really putting in work, and that is one of his other last 2 Pokemon. But the question is, which one does he come in with here? What does he want to do? That is the question. Alright, so he is going to go ahead and come in with the Medicham once again, so that thing is going to take some Stealth Rock damage, and so yeah, that thing is in. Now, I'm not 100% sure what he's planning to do here, because I'm a little bit surprised he didn't want to come in with the King Gambit there. That was kind of a shock to me. But yeah, I think what we're going to do here, he's got to have something planned for us, right? Surely he doesn't go for a fighting move, so we're going to go ahead and pop our Terra here, terastallizing into a Steel type, and we're going to try to take him out with a Shadow Ball and see how that works out. So going to go ahead and try to give Sinestcha its time to shine here. So there we go, we're going to Terra into a Steel type, pretty much flipping our type charts around. And so he is going to outspeed us, I think. What is he going to go for? It is going to be a Poison Jab, so that's completely fine. Doesn't touch us, actually, as we are going to go for the Shadow Ball. It is at +1, and that will take care of the Medicham from that range, and that is going to knock him down to just 1 Pokemon. So Sinestcha is doing some good things for us, which is, of course, what we wanted. We do get the rest of our HP back with the leftovers, which is also nice. But now, unfortunately, we do have to face his last Pokemon, which is the King Gambit. And unfortunately, Sinestcha does not have a good time against King Gambit, as it has resistances to both of our stab moves. But he does get some Stealth Rock damage. He also has the Supreme Overlord for a massive attack boost. So not great, but we're going to see what we can do with it. The best move we have to hit this thing with is Scald, so we're just going to fire it off and see what happens here. He can't Terra, which is good. But yeah, we'll see how much damage we can potentially get on this thing, if we can even survive perhaps a priority move from this thing. So we'll see what he wants to do here. Maybe Sinestcha can do something, but King Gambit definitely is a rough one for Sinestcha to try and get over. So alright, so he is going to Sucker Punch. Can we take it? Yes, it does take us down by about 50%, but we can take the Sucker Punch. We go for a Scald, which takes him down by about 50%, which is pretty amazing, and then we are going to get some HP back with the leftovers. So it actually looks like it's going to be really close as to whether another Scald takes him out or not from this range. But I think there's no reason for us not to just go ahead and chance it, so we are going to click Scald once again here. He does Sucker Punch again, and we can't take it, unfortunately, so that sucks. So Sinestcha does go down there. and we go down to 2 Pokemon. But Sinestcha did do some good work in that one. And so, yeah, now I think the best case scenario is we're just going to go ahead and come in with our Conkeldurr. We should be fit to handle this thing, so we are going to take some Stealth Rock damage. And this is a tricky situation, actually, because I think best case scenario, I guess it's not really a tricky situation, we just click Mach Punch. Because either way, if he Sucker Punches and he's faster than us, he'll go first. But then we should be able to take that easily. So we're just going to click Mach Punch here, as he does Sucker Punch. We take it easily with the Conkeldurr, and then we go for the Mach Punch. And certainly from that range, that will be more than enough to finish the King Gambit off. And that is game. Alright, so we are going to win that one 2-0 against Etern4l-Wisp. But that was a pretty solid match there. Very fun game, very competitive, pretty close as well. And yeah, Sinestcha did get a little bit more of a time to shine in this one than it did in the first one, which is nice as well. So, but pretty solid match there all around, I would say. So, but that's it for this one. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So, that's it, and we'll see you next time.